All right, Middle-Aged White Guy Reacts back again today with another video for you. I have not been able to upload a lot recently. All right, ever since the school year started, I have kids going all different directions, getting dropped off at different times, picked up at different times, and schedule's just been absolutely crazy. So if I'm not working, I'm like dropping kids off and picking them up. So the upload schedule since like August, if you haven't noticed, has been very slow. I do apologize for that, but you know, when important songs drop, I'm going to make the time to get them done. So here we are. It's a Tom's Day. We have Tom MacDonald, and this is Fighter. So let's get right on into this one and see what Tom has in store for us today.
Bottom of the ninth, up against the odds, running out of time, only got one shot. When it's really do or die, when your back's against the wall, when you fighting for your life, do you believe in you or not?
Okay. All right, bottom of the ninth, you know, chips are down, you know, back's against the wall. Do you believe in yourself or not? You know, when it's crunch time, when it really counts, are you going to be able to pull through, or are you going to fold like a deck of cards? All right, Tom, tell him.
It's against the wall, when you fighting for your life, do you believe in you or not? I'm a believer.
All right, Tom believes. He believes in himself.
I'm a believer. I believe. Second guessing every breath, I'm full of questions. Passes full of cigarettes, alcohol, and depression.
All right. So second, hold on. Let me see how I said this real quick. Hold on.
I believe. Second guessing every breath, I'm full of questions.
All right, second guessing every breath, he's full of questions. All right, so he just said he believes, okay? So when his back's against the wall, when it's do or die, he believes in himself, okay? But that doesn't mean that he doesn't second guess things. He doesn't have doubts. He doesn't have insecurities, you know? But when push comes to shove, he can push all that stuff aside and do the things that he needs to do to ensure his own survival, essentially. Liking it so far.
Second guessing every breath, I'm full of questions. Passes full of cigarettes, alcohol, and depression. Therapists and all the different pills can get expensive. All this bottled up aggression, I'm too old to get arrested. Almost died trying to get here.
All this bottled up aggression, he's too old to get arrested. Yeah, I feel that, man. You know, there's a certain point in your life that, you know, that you have to leave that stuff to the kids, to the young bucks. Like I've said, I've been saying for years, you know, not this isn't about getting arrested, but you know, I haven't been in a altercation, physical altercation, since my early 20s. Okay, but I say I am too old to fight fair at this point. You know, you're too old to go to jail. You're too old to be scrapping. You know, it hits a point in time where you're just too freaking old. Got to move on. Got to do adult stuff.
Can get expensive, all this bottled up aggression. I'm too old to get arrested. Almost died trying to get here. Got high through my best years. Got sober, then I relapsed, then I cleaned up, got my head clear. Sometimes it feels like there ain't.
So you just laid out his. We haven't heard that. You know, him coming with that in a little bit, where he kind of just lays it out real quick, what he went through to get to this point. You know, that used to be a common theme in a lot of his songs. He would reiterate exactly what kind of happened to him. Whether it was an entire verse or a couple of different verses in a song or just a one-off bar. But real briefly, he's like, hey, man, I got into some shit, got clean, relapsed, and then, you know, did what I had to do to get better again.
Best years, got sober, then I relapsed, then I cleaned up, got my head clear.
There you go,
Sometimes it feels like there ain't to believe in, but I believe that we're out here for a reason.
There you go.
You don't think you're a fighter, but I know you are. You are a liar. You say you are.
All right, he thinks you're a fighter, whether you think you are or however he says that. Wait a minute. And he thinks you're a liar if you don't think you are. So if you don't believe in yourself, he just thinks you're lying. You're lying to yourself. He believes in you. This is very motivational so far. You know, this is so far very uplifting. You know, you see the direction, obviously, of this song. This is an inspirational, you know, like pull yourself up by your bootstraps and do the things you have to do. and be ready to lay it all on the line when it's absolutely necessary. Believe in yourself that you will get the job done. You'll accomplish your goal. Okay, even if you doubt. So even if these doubts are creeping in, you got to push that stuff aside. And when it's crunch time, when it's the bottom of the ninth, dig deep. All right, you got to dig deep and pull out whatever you have to pull out to get the W. This is very, very inspirational so far. This is definitely a different song. We've heard songs like this from him before. And there's a couple on some of his albums that aren't necessarily on the internet. They might be, I guess, if you looked hard enough. But that have similar kind of uplifting messages like this. And it surprised me that one of them, off one of the recent albums, he didn't actually make a video for, because it was like the song everybody needed at the time. We got it, the ones that got the albums, but I think that one should have been shared with the internet. So I like that he is kind of going back and taking this opportunity to kind of give us that song that I think he missed out on. And if you're wondering which one, Heroes, I think is the name of it. And I can't remember off of which album it was. I think it was the one he did with Brandon Hart. I'm not sure, though.
Tired from the pressure up.
Before I let him go into this next verse, I think a lot of people, especially nowadays, need to hear a message like this. If it makes you feel better just for the 3-4 minutes that you're listening to the song. I think a lot of people right now out there need to hear this said to them from somebody, from anybody. All right. So this is big. This is really big of Tom.
Tired from the pressure I put on myself for years. Tired from my 20s, the whiskey bottles and beers. Tired of smiling while I've been holding back tears. But I believe I can do it, so I'm here. I'm a believer.
Nice. That's really nice.
I'm a believer. I believe. I've been told I have a death wish. No one's interested. Cold and too aggressive. Close to hypertension. I'm broken from the pressure. Explosive with my temper. I'm so...
Yeah, he's, okay, how does he say this? Hold on.
I've been told I have a death wish. No one's interested. Cold and too aggressive. Close to hypertension. I'm...
Cold and too aggressive. Close to hypertension, so he's so aggressive, so worked up all the time. He's going to have high blood pressure. Going to lead to, heart diseases and the things like that. So, definitely not healthy. Okay, it's not healthy. So he was able to hopefully get all this aggression under control, right? And at least funnel it in appropriate directions. So he's not carrying that with him all day.
I have a death wish. No one's interested. Cold and too aggressive. Close to hypertension. I'm broken from the pressure. Explosive with my temper. I'm sober, but I'm stressing and hoping it gets better. Am I falling off? Should I give it up or put it all on pause? Let go of this dream so I can visit home and talk to mom? Maybe all I need's another Instagram post with a quote about believing in yourself when you're low. You don't think you're a
He's talking about the struggle when, he hadn't quite made it yet. He's out, he's doing his thing. It's not really paying off yet. He's sober, but he's still in a bad place. But he still has belief in himself. He wants to give up and go home. But thinks, hey, maybe if I just one more Instagram post and it'll blow up, So it's just that little bit of motivation to keep himself going. This is fantastic. This is fantastic.
About believing in yourself when you're low. You don't think you're a fighter, but I know you are. And you are a liar if you say you aren't. You don't think that you're worth it, but I think you're wrong. And I think you're perfect the way that you are.
That's just a great message, man.
Maybe I'm weaker, and I know I've lost before. But I'm a believer. Nothing is impossible. I'm a believer. I believe. I'm a believer. believer. I believe. You don't think you're a fighter, but
it's just crazy. Like, it has this like whole gospel feel, obviously with the imagery, you know, him in the choir in a church and everything. Obviously it was intentionally made to sound like that, but just like the whole gospel feel of this, like this could be, you know, if you just add a couple of religious references in this, this could be sung in church. You know, this is crazy that this rapper, okay, and we know that he's more than a rapper. We know at this point that he is much more than a rapper, but you know that this guy can do like church gospel music essentially. Is, you know, every now and again, like, you get kind of spoiled by him. You get spoiled, and the things that he does, because you've seen his versatility, you see the things he can do, that it's, I don't want to say it's not as impressive anymore, but you just forget how impressive it actually is. And then something like this comes along, and you're grooving to this gospel Bible jam, essentially. And you're realizing that this man is just phenomenal. He's just phenomenal. There's just no words to describe him.
you don't think you're a fighter. I know you are. And you are a liar. You say you are. You don't think that you're worth it. But I think you're wrong. And I think you're perfect the way that you are.
Nice. Beautiful, Tom. Freaking beautiful, man. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Wow. All right, totally different side of Tom. Okay, I'd have to say that is a different side of Tom that we really kind of haven't. I mean, we kind of have seen similar, I guess, maybe, but not like that, man. That was something completely different from him. He's really showing that, you know, don't forget that he is versatile and he could do anything. Okay, he is an artist, and you cannot put this man in a box. That's the message that a lot of people need, especially with what's been going on the last couple of years, the last several years, last decade, whatever. You know, a lot of people needed to hear this today. So thank you, Tom, and hopefully we get to react to something else again real soon. All right, that'll do it, though. That'll be the reaction. Middle-aged white guy is out. Peace.